Hi, everyone. Happy Friday afternoon. Welcome to One More Page Holiday Office Hours with Lelia and Amber. We're going to be talking about stocking stuffers or small gifts and holiday themed books. So I enjoy small things personally, so I'm very excited to talk about things that can be stuffed into a stocking or used for other small gift purposes. And I think especially because these, you can't, like when you look at them on the website, you don't know how big they are. So I'm excited to show you some real life scale for these items. So we'll start off with some stuffers. Amber, do you want to, do you want to start over your end? You want me to do some and then throw it back to you? Do you want to just tell me how your week was?
How about you get started and maybe I'll interrupt and say, I want to talk now.
We do have a lot because I got a little excited and picked a lot of things. So I'll start smallest. I'll go smallest to biggest. Some of you may remember that we did have these when we were in the store, but they're these cute little mini books. So they're from Insights Editions. This is the Jane Austen one. And they have these little strings that are either a bookmark or you can use it as an ornament. So you just take it out of its little case here. And then it's this tiny little book with a bunch of Jane Austen quotes and little things, little images. And so one could perhaps hang it anywhere if they wanted, if they were so inclined, perhaps from a mirror in a car or a tree or whatever. Or you can just enjoy it as a tiny little thing. So there's also like a Shakespeare one. And there's a few others that we have, a Beauty and the Beast, I think. But obviously the Jane Austen is the most popular, as I'm sure you can imagine. Nope, this way, there we go. Crushed it. So yes, enjoy these tiny little, and you can see all these in our, most of them, the things we're going to talk about, are in our holiday gift guide. So just a reminder, if you have not looked at it, there is a specific section, I think that's called Stocking Stuffers. Hi, Sally. See, Sally has a testimonial that she received this as a gift and enjoyed it. So there you go. Next, size-wise, I believe is going to be the Golden Girls coasters. Look at those. I don't know about you, but I'm drinking more now than I was the beginning of this year. So perhaps we need some coasters for our items. And it has, so on the back you can see it's like each Golden Girl has her own coasters. So they're quite fun. Would highly recommend this for any Golden Girls fan. Or just a fan of putting drinks on surfaces and protecting the surfaces. And this is skipping ahead to the holiday books slightly, but I wanted to it goes along with it, the Golden Girls, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, which actually is hilarious to read aloud because it does rhyme and it actually goes with like it does sort of feel like the night before Christmas, but it's with the Golden Girls. I'm trying to find the image that really stuck out to me when I was reading through it. Nope, still wrong way. There we go. For any Golden Girls fans in your life, I think would recommend that combo. Amber, do you want to talk about any of yours? I have like two more small things, but you can, if you have any exciting ones you want to share.
Sure. And I put a link to the gift guide in the chat, and I'm going to add the stocking stuffers link. We've tried to make getting to all these things as easy as possible. So that link is going up there right now. And we did also want to remind you, we're here so that we can also answer questions. We like to have stuff prepared to share, but if you have any questions for anybody that you're shopping for, feel free to pop that in the chat on Facebook, the comments on Facebook, the chat on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna do another little one. These are so cute. We have a bunch of different little box gifts. They have just fun little things in them, and this one, of course, was my favorite because rosé. But it is adorable. I opened it to see, and it's hard to share what's in there, but there's three little wine charms for your wine glasses, and the little book, and it has little cocktails and things that you can make with rosé. So seems like an awesome stocking stuffer for my stocking. And so there are lots of other little box gifts like this on the website as well. And it wouldn't be 2020 if you didn't have to also give a mask this holiday season. So we have several. I pulled out a couple that are more kid size, kid friendly, but we have adult masks as well. These are all from Out of Print. A couple of them are nice and adjustable. Little dog man one. And this one is a nice little pink one with books on it. So those are a couple of the masks. We have a bunch of those though on the website, so you can take a look and see what's there. We may also add some more homemade ones that my mom made. So we just need to get those up. But this is little coffee cups and things that she made. So you want to go take it over again? I have a couple more.
Yeah, I love the little masks are even cuter in person than I thought they would be. So this was is in the gift guide along with a small coloring book, but we have a few different sets of colored pencils. This is my favorite because I don't know if you can see, but the pencils themselves are swirl. You can get a swirl effect because of the multiple sort of colors in a nib. So it gives you sort of a space galaxy effect, which is really cool when one is coloring adult coloring books, which is a very relaxing hobby for this stressful year. And there's a mini Secret Garden coloring book that goes along with it too that's in the gift guide. Another thing, so I'm a huge fan of The Office, and I have definitely been watching that as a comfort show. And just this week, I think, is released this trivia deck. Or trivia, it's like an episode guide and a trivia deck that you can play like over Zoom and with other people that, ideally have watched the show, because it'll be pretty one-sided if you play with someone who doesn't know it. But yeah, it's just an awesome sort of trivia game about The Office, which, I highly recommend. And again, right size. It's like a large card deck. There, so you go. And then, oh yes, I have these other little small books. Oh my gosh, these are my favorite. It's like they made a book just small enough that you're like, you can put that in if you needed to. And starting with the little book of girl power by the Spice Girls. Spice up your life, everybody. It's got little illustrations inside and little quotes about friendship and just music. Anyway, I love Spice Girls. Anybody who grew up in the 90s, you should just get that for them. Whether it's a joke or they really do love the Spice Girls, I think honestly, either way, it'll be well received. Oh, and this one. This is sort of a cute little like unexpected stocking stuffer, I think. Love Poems by Pablo Neruda. It's a very small little cute edition here from Norton that is just enough to fit into a stocking. And then there's also the Little Book of Serenity, because again, something that we could probably use more of. And
I'll break in there because Serenity makes me think of candles. There we go.
Nailed it.
We have a whole bunch of different candles that have a literary inspiration. This one is inspired by Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Judy Blume, a favorite. And definitely a holiday scented, kind of that incensey, frankincense and myrrh. Also has a cute little charm inside. It's a little peace dove, I guess.
That's so cute.
Very cute. I only brought 2 of these, but there's a whole bunch of candles on the website that you can look at. And this one makes me hungry. I'm going to go to the bake shop and go get some cupcakes. Red velvet cake, inspired by Dr. Seuss. Also, just a good size, can fit nicely into a stocking and make it heavy, which people always like their stockings to be nice and heavy.
Weighing in at 8.2 pounds, the biggest stocking goes to... I like the little cat in the hat candle, and that actually smells so good. I love that candle. Anyway, another one that I'm sort of obsessed with is this cute little alpaca philosophy book, the Little Book of Alpaca Philosophy, and it just has these cute little messages. And I opened it up to a random page, I think, when we first got this in, and it was this one. There's with 2 little alpacas together holding, comforting each other. It says, "You're muddling along wonderfully, friend. If it helps, just remember that life is fleeting, but also beautiful." I was like, oh no, alpacas, why are you getting so real right now? But also beautiful and very sweet. The rest of it is also some of them are just very funny. It's just, and it's like quiz, find your alpaca love language. Yes, please. So anyway, just a sort of a funny, quirky little alpaca book there. It's from the series. They did a sloth one, I think, a couple years ago too. It was like Little Book of Sloth Philosophy, and the philosophy was like, just move snow and hang out in a tree. But yeah, so should we do chocolate now, or should we wait and do it at the end? Yeah, okay. So this is new, or I guess it's not like we've had chocolate covered pretzels before, but these specific ones are new, and they're dark chocolate covered little snowflake pretzels with a slight ribbon of white chocolate. I guess they don't even call it white chocolate; they call it like a ribbon. But anyway, they're delicious. I'm obsessed with them. I've eaten a bag a week, I think, since we got them in. So get them while you can before I eat them all. Thanks. They're from Asher's. If anybody. Asher's is, they do all these classic sort of old school candies that are really, really good. They're based in Pennsylvania, I think. But anyway, yes, Amber has some other cool holiday specific chocolates.
Yes, and this one fits nicely into a stocking. Has milk and dark chocolates, so every little one here is a different little chocolate. Like Champlain chocolates, very cute. Only here for the holidays. Another holidays. This is also dark and dark mint crunch coins. So can either be into the stocking, can be a Hanukkah present, be Hanukkah coins, right? I think they can. Or it could be, you could sprinkle a few into various stockings. So the whole family can have some. I think those are all my chocolates.
Like you put some of the coins in one bag and some in another. You're just like, but I only bought one bag of coins. Anyway, sorry. The coins are very delicious also. I tried them.
Those were the only chocolates I had over here. Although we have so many more chocolates. I'll put a link to chocolates too.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot going on the chocolate page. And like the new peanut butter trees from Ashford's are also really, really good. I know there's a lot of discussion about peanut butter, and I will say that as a Reese's fan, I find the peanut butter trees from Ashford's to be the closest to like sort of a Reese's situation. So if that's the kind of peanut butter you're into, I would, and this chocolate's very smooth. Anyway, great ratio, 10 out of 10, peanut butter.
I'll have to get some of those.
Sorry to anyone who's allergic to peanut butter. Yeah, I think that's all I have for non-book items. Do you have any other non-book items, or should we?
I have Advent calendars.
From small to big.
That's right, exactly. Not a stocking stuffer, and you definitely want to use this before the stockings come out anyway. So this one, 25 days of holiday facts, and it's all book themed. It's a festive bookshelf that you can use that for your Advent calendar this year. I think you also have one of the big ones over there that I have. The giant one.
It's amazing.
I showed this to my daughter, and she was like, "What is that?"
It's so big. It can't even fit on the camera. I have to like back up. Like, look at this. You might have seen Rodney posting it on social media.
Yes.
I made a big one with it.
So it's all your favorite Nickelodeon characters. Does it have little books in it?
Yeah, it's like a book. It's like a little story per day. Yeah, right? It's crazy.
Wow, I didn't even get that.
It's next level.
24 books. That's a deal. All right, those were my Advent calendars.
Would recommend getting those soon because, spoiler, Advent starts very soon.
It starts the day, I always thought it started on December 1st, but apparently it starts the day after Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, I did not know that.
Apparently it's like it's not just December 1st.
That makes sense though, I guess.
Although I think these probably are just December 1st because they're countdown to Christmas.
You know, if you can make your own calendar for the first few days, it'll be great. So speaking of, let's see, I'll do like, this is another sort of like visually very impressive book. I'll call it a book. So this is the Hanukkah in a book, and it comes like with all the candles down, and in a little like plastic wrap. But you can display it, and so like as you go through, the idea is that you're twisting the candles up and lighting them. And it also has all these cool, it's sort of the origin of Hanukkah, in these beautiful,
so it sort of looks like a kid book, but it's not a kid book.
Yeah. People often see the cover and they think it's for kids. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's not. Like a child could enjoy it if an adult was there, I think, to sort of read it to them and facilitate, because as you can see, this is a little perilous in terms of keeping the candles from getting bent or anything. But it's really it's got so much beautiful art in it, and it's a lovely way to sort of, if you, or in addition to an actual menorah, but it's just really, you can have it sort of stand somewhere central and be really beautiful to look at throughout and to look through. But anyway, that's Hanukkah in the book, and that is on our website and on the holiday book page. I'm not sure who the author is, but if you look up Hanukkah in the book, I think it'll come up.
So I've got to do the Happy Llamaca then, if you're going to start with that one. So Happy Llamaca, it's one of our children's books. Very, very cute little family of llamas celebrating Hanukkah. They make latkes, they greet friends, they light candles. Very cute, very simple. So definitely more of the sort of board book level, but I gotta go the other way. Very cute and little. So very cute book. I like that one.
You go ahead.
I've got one more children's book. That's why I thought I'd just go ahead and do that one. And this is one I'm getting for my 7-year-old. Last year, she loved the, I can't remember what it was called, but it was in that crayon series, The Day the Crayons Quit. There's a Christmas one, which is just, we read it like throughout the year because she likes it so much. It's got extra little things in it, little cards. It's got a game in it that's all within the book. And so I think she's going to really like this one this year as well, Meerkat Christmas. So it's a very cute little meerkat who is not so happy with where he or she lives because it's not Christmassy enough. There's no snow. It's not winter. So he goes off searching for Christmas, and during his trip and his travels, he sends little cards back to his family. So it's a nice little extra something on just about every page as he travels around. And, I think you can probably guess that he realizes by the end that Christmas is where his family is, even if it doesn't look like Christmas. So very cute, and that one's going home with me. But we have more.
We have so many more. Let me tell you, there's one thing I ordered a lot of. It's any Christmas book with a really cute animals, and the meerkats. Dasher, the one about the girl reindeer, and there's another animal, Llamaca. Those are the ones I was like, we must have. So, sorry, I am a sucker for strange, quirky animals. Not that sorry. One more I had over here actually was Mistletoe,
yes,
which I talked about a little bit before, by Tad Hills. It's so cute. It's so sweet. He's just a little mouse who wants to spend time with her friend, and her friend, who's an elephant, is really cold, and so she goes home and decides to knit him a sweater. Oh my god, it's adorable. And I think it's in verse. I can try to remember if it's. Oh, maybe not.
I was trying to remember. I just read it the other night. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's so sweet. I was like, oh, Tad Hills, he does all this stuff. How can he possibly have taken time to write a good Christmas book? Surprise, he did. So let's see, I've got some other goodies in here. Some Christmas themed books that are for adults, such as local author Donna Andrews. We have some signed copies of Gift with the Magpie. Donna Andrews works so hard, y'all. She does 2 books a year. One of them is usually a Christmas book. So it's her Meg Langslow mystery series. They're all bird puns. You don't have to start at the beginning, so don't be afraid. If you want to jump in here with Christmas, I highly recommend that. We have another one of the Christmas ones that's in paperback as well, but I'm blanking on the title. But she's so funny, and if you like a light mystery, with just that's gonna make you laugh and wonder who did it, I would just recommend any of Donna Andrews' books. But we have signed ones of the Christmas one and her most recent one as well. So definitely check her out. And reward her for her hard work, because 2 books a year is a lot to write and a lot of bird puns to come up with, frankly. At 28, you gotta imagine. I mean, I'd be tapped out at 12, probably. So, I don't know. I'm pretty good fun. Okay. Anyway, so next I have Secret Santa, which I love the cover for this. This is Andrew Schaefer. He did the series Hope Never Dies, the Obama Biden romance satire, or not satire, I guess.
Didn't realize that was the same author.
Yeah, he's so funny. He did that with us, and this is his new sort of another a horror comedy where it's the Secret Santa, what's in the box, sort of creepy, but also wink wink. So definitely a little scary, a little gory, but mostly just very funny, which is my sort of vibe when it comes to horror. I don't read horror, but I do enjoy a good comic horror. And I just want to point out the 2 quotes he has at the beginning of the book. One from Oprah Winfrey, and one from Brad Pitt inside What's in the Box. And Oprah's is, what is it? A gift isn't a gift if it doesn't have meaning or something like that. Okay. Anyway, he's hilarious. It's a paperback. Get it for your friends. Get it for yourself. Hilarious. And thank you, Andrew, for doing that with us years ago. I brought this as a visual aid in case you didn't remember the title, but you remember these covers. This is Andrew Schaefer's other series, and they were also.
I read the first one. I loved it.
He's got a great sense of humor.
The Joe Biden character is, pretty close.
The first one is they're solving the mystery of the Amtrak guy.
Yes.
Gets murdered, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's him and how he was such good friends with his Amtrak buddy because he would come and go on the train. Anyway, I love the pieces that are based in reality are very funny. I have 2 more holiday themed books. Do you want to?
I have one.
Yeah,
I have one. This week I discovered Dash and Lily. I did not know that Dash and Lily was a whole book series, but now Netflix has discovered them and brought them to even more people, including me. So there's actually a series of 3, but this is Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. This is the first one that the Netflix film is based on, which I think it's I was just looking at the end to see if it was only this book, and it is, but I think that in the movie they ended a little bit early because they didn't really make it to New Year's in the movie. Sorry. But so there's 2 more, and I think we have at least one of those on the shelf. But this is just, I can't travel anywhere, and I love New York at Christmas time. And so the book has that, the movie has that whole feel of just fun teenage romance at the holidays. You've read and watched?
I've read. Yeah, I'm almost done with the series. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes, but I've read the book. I love David Levithan is my favorite author of all time. If anyone has heard me talk ever on the internet, I've probably mentioned that. And he has a bunch of series that he co-writes with Rachel Cohn. And this is one of them, along with Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. And I think they play off each other so well. You can tell they're friends. They write well together. I think it's really interesting how they'll sort of they don't really plot usually when they write. So, but I love David's writing, and it's so just beautiful and makes you feel like there's this possibility of a world that's as happy and nice as he writes it. And obviously there's conflict, but I think that it's just sort of I don't know. It's great. I love everything he's written. And this series, I'm going to rewatch the series as soon as I finish it. So thank you, Netflix, for that.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the next book because I want to know what happens next.
Yeah.
Now that I know it's a book series. That's it for my books. You want to finish up with your books? And I've got 2 more things.
I have my last 2 are romances. I didn't do that on purpose, but I think that's one of the easiest genres sort of to have a holiday themed story centered around, is because love and warmth and family and joy. So the first one is 8 Kisses. We were lucky enough to get to have some of these authors here when this came out back in the days when we could have events at the store. So Lorianne Bailey and Mindy Klasky are local, and they're amazing. They edited this, which is 8 novellas. So it's actually pretty long-ish, but it's because it's 8 sort of novellas within itself. And it's nice because you can get sort of a range of one of them is set in Regency Scotland. A lot of them are contemporary, but they're sort of different storylines, different plots, different tropes, and different levels of how steamy they are. So I think it showcases these authors so well, and it's just such a beautiful, warm collection of different stories to celebrate Hanukkah and romance. So, and Mindy Klasky is just delightful. She's always been such a supportive customer of ours, and it was great to meet Lorianne as well when we saw her. And then another romance. This one I haven't read yet, but it is in my to-be-read pile, as so many things are, but I'm saving it for actual December. But it is A Wedding One Christmas by Therese Bahari. Mm-hmm. And this one was actually recommended by Talia Hibbert, the author of Fatal Life, Chloe Brown. So it's set in South Africa, so you get a little bit of the travel vibe. And it's a young woman who she goes home for the first time in 7 years or something like that. Her first Christmas, I think, since her father has died, and she gets mistaken for a bridesmaid in this wedding. So it's got Christmas, wedding, and travel, international travel. So lots of winning points. And so she meets a guy and tries to basically convince him to pretend to be her boyfriend. So it's just everything we love. How can that not be great? But so yeah, what I heard is that there's a lot of really good banter, which is something I look forward to book. And I definitely have heard positive reviews from authors that I really enjoy. So I'm excited to dive into that. Plus, it's a mass market. You can just honestly, if you try hard enough, you can fit this in a stocking. So, think about that.
I want to do one quick thing because I don't know if we have a link to just the holiday themed books, but I just wanted to show people quickly how they could get to them.
You do that. I'm going to look for a link.
Okay. So this is obviously our website. And if you come to the holiday gift guide and You can look at it full screen. I'm just going to leave it here right now. But we have a quick table of contents. And you can come here and find, actually, they're up here, holiday themed books and holiday themed books for kids. And it'll take you right to that. And it's going to have some of the, oh, there's Miranda's favorite from last year. Some of the books that we talked about today are going to be in here. So it's one easy way for you to find those. Some of the adult books as well. So just wanted to give you a quick, there's Donna Andrews and Secret Santa, a quick way to be able to find those. So that's all.
I found I don't know, I guess I can't post them because I'm just a guest in this stream. But I'll try and find. I did find the link for like the Christmas list, the Christmas kids list, and then the Hanukkah list that I can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can post them after the fact. But
awesome.
Yeah. So any last minute questions you all want to throw at us, or
I have one thing while we're waiting for questions.
Yes.
Holiday puzzles. We only have a couple. So this is definitely holiday puzzle. We also have a New Yorker cover advent calendar puzzle. So holiday themed. And then I think we do have a couple like wintry puzzles as well, but wanted to make sure that while we were talking about holiday themed content, we highlighted these as well. So I don't see any questions.
Yeah, I love it. I assume that means we gave all the information you all could possibly want, and therefore you have no follow-ups for us. So if that changes, or if someone is watching this later and they do have questions, please email me, info@onemorepagebooks.com. I'm happy to consult, and we will all together create a beautiful list of recommendations for you. Or we'll answer your one very easy question, which is also fine. So don't feel like it has to be difficult. But yeah.
And we'll be. Well, actually, I guess it'll probably be Anna and Amanda back here next week. They're going to talk about books for tweens, teens, and college students, some holiday gift ideas for that age group. And I have added, just if you wanted to, see what else we're going to be talking about the next few weeks, they're all on our events calendar as well. Lelia is a great recommender. You are right.
Thanks, Sally. Sally is a great recommendee. Is that correct grammatical?
She takes recommendations well.
We'll request recommendation. You know what? I'm going to workshop it. We'll circle back.
All right. Maybe next week.
Yeah. Next week I'll have all my grammar together.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We hope this helped. Hope you found some fun gifts.
Thanks so much, guys.
Have a nice weekend.
Happy Thanksgiving if we don't see you before then.
Bye.